Hi, I'd like to talk about the recovery guide and how it came into being during this video session. Also look at the progress we've actually made across the inner city and look at some of the things we're planning to do in the future. With the recovery guide, it started out in 2006 when I first came to work at St Vincent's in the inner city, and I spoke with Dr. Peter McGeorge about the sorts of things that we might do to make recovery more of a focus across the inner city. We got Ron Coleman to do an audit with service coordinators and consumers, and I actually started what was called the Mental Health Recovery Working Group that just happened to celebrate its 10th anniversary in 2016. Main functions of MERN was to put on events and discuss issues, and of course recovery came up with that, and through that process we created a website, www.cosnp.info, which stands for the City of Sydney Narrative Project information. What we learned back in 2006 with recovery, that it came in two parts. There was internal and external conditions, and if both of those came together, you could have recovery. The internal conditions were around hope, healing, empowerment and connections. And the external conditions were about human rights, positive culture of healing, and recovery-oriented services. What I found was that I actually put this onto a one-page PowerPoint slide, and under each of those domains started to identify some websites that had information. These mainly came from America, and one of the first ones I came up with was The Hope, which is about harvesting our personal efforts. And there's the other one there under connections, and I found that it actually led me into Mary Ellen Copeland's RAP plan, which we utilised when we created the Consumer Wellness Plan. So lots and lots of information out there. We also created many recovery projects, and there's some of them listed up on the sheet there. Team Marble Challenge, Recovery Cave, the Super Group. There's a number of videos that were created. We had the Recovery Camp, Recovery Sticks, and the Recovery Quilt, and you can see the Recovery Quilt there behind me. And that will become important as we move forward. You can learn more about these projects through the COSNP website. It's a fairly extensive resource and lots of information there. One of the questions that Dr. McGeorge used to ask was, can we measure recovery? Well, through this process, I actually developed a 5-stage process that we called the COAT tool. Developed it down in Albury in 1998. We did a statewide workshop in 2003, and we had quite a few of the LHDs. We used it extensively across southeast Sydney and St Vincent's between 2005 and 2009 to see if we were making progress, and I'll show you the results of that very shortly. We're hoping to do another workshop in September 2017. This is a website where you can actually find the results of all that work we did. It's a Cultivate Consulting website, and it's just sitting there waiting for people to use. So that's just very briefly a little bit of information about the recovery guide and the sorts of things that will be in it as it develops. And basically, if people want to hunt this stuff down, they can. Most of it you'll find on the COSNP website. But what we'll be doing is putting it all into one place, and you'll be able to purchase the USB stick. Looking forward to seeing how this develops, and really quite excited about where we're going to take this through support from both RAFMI and Being. We're looking at what we're calling Promoting Recovery Month, and as part of that we have the recovery course. So look forward to seeing you down the track.